Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindful Muscle Podcast with my co host, Jody. How are you today?
I'm great. If you're new here, welcome. Gio and I are two friends who went on our own health and wellness journeys and have collectively lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss. But most importantly, we've gained strength, confidence, and a better relationship with our health. We're here to show others, especially those just starting out, that sustainable change is possible and you are absolutely worth the effort. If you're on your health and wellness journey, be sure to hit and subscribe to Mindful Muscle Podcast today.
Amen for that. Our next guest, his name is Nathaniel. He's a real estate investor, but he's on the show today because he loves coaching busy dads to take control of their health and wellness. He talks about goal setting, breaking down action plans, and time blocking for success. Nathaniel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you guys for having me.
Awesome,
Absolutely.
Nathaniel. Before we jump into the heart of the episode, how do you pronounce your last name? It's very unique.
Yeah, it's Hovsepian. So it's three syllables. The IAN instead of Ian is like YIN.
Okay, and what's the background to that name?
It's Armenian.
Okay, Armenian. Okay, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of women talk about women issues and reaching out to women. A lot of times dads get ignored, right? A lot of times men have the attitude, "Oh, you're on your own, sink or swim." But men need
Yep.
to rally around each other. What's the passion behind you wanting to help dads?
I I've had fitness in my life for as long as I can remember. I played basketball, I ran track, I just was in sports. Then I was in the Marine Corps, so keeping control of your fitness while you're in the Marine Corps was a big deal. Just recently, within the past 5 years, I've started becoming a father. I have three kids now, a 4 year old, a 2.5 year old, and she just turned 6 months, our daughter, yesterday.
Congrats.
And so this the melding of these two things just happened upon itself. You mentioned I'm a real estate investor. I've met a lot of people through my networking for that purposes. One person individually stood out, was one of the first people I met when I started down this real estate investing path, and he's very much into health and wellness as well, and we've stayed connected. And he had a kid that's about the same age as our second son, the two and a
Mm.
half year old. So we've just been talking about it, like, how do we work together? How do we do something together? How do we meld these passions together? And like you mentioned, dads get a back seat a lot of times. It's just the way it is. And so we said, hey, let's figure out a way that we can help dads take control of their health and wellness through, like you mentioned, just the nutrition, the movement, the mindset, the goal setting, like bringing those things all together so we can be good examples for our families and just be there for a long time. I don't exercise, I don't eat well because I want to compete in Mr. Olympia or anything.
Mm.
Like, that's not the purpose. I want to just be able to wrestle with my kids and not be sore for a few days. And if they decide to play sports, I want to go be able to play with them and throw the ball outside or run around with them. So that's why I do it. And I think that aligns with a lot of other dads out there.
Yeah, it resonates with me. I'm an older father. I'm 52 years old, and I have a 9 year old, a 6 year old, and a 4 year old. And many people ask me, why do you work out 6 days a week? Are you training for something? And I'm like, yeah, life. I want to be there
Yeah.
for my kids when they get older and stuff.
Yeah.
And what you said about fathers being neglected, I used to work at the Olive Garden, put myself through college. And Mother's Day, there'd be a line even at closing, there'd be a line waiting to be sat. And the tips were, I'd walk out with 500, $600 on Mother's Day. On Father's
Yeah.
Day, it was like a regular weekday
Yeah.
at the Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And it shows you that some people used to joke around where I was studying that it's because many people didn't know who their father was, but that's a different story.
Oh, no.
So you mentioned you were in the Marines. Are you still active or you were?
No, that was half a lifetime ago for me, 2003 to 2007.
Okay. So, what is your interest? Like, when did this interest of fitness get into you? Because before you can help somebody else, it has to be integrated into your lifestyle.
Yeah, it's been part of my life going back to junior high school, just playing sports. It was when I got out of the Marine Corps that I started really diving into weight training and cardio and how it all goes together, a little bit of the like biometrics of things. I consume a lot of content about this. I'm fascinated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a curious person, so I'm just always trying to learn and integrate these things into my life. If I see something that just makes sense, it resonates with me, I'm going to give it a test. Like, for example, this year, I've done it twice now. I've done a 5-day fast. I'm like, hey, what's this all about? Why would I do this? And on our podcast tonight, I'm actually talking about why I did the most recent one and what are some of the things that I've learned. But I don't know if you're familiar with Tim Ferriss, but he calls himself
Yes.
like a test dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I do the same thing. Like I see something, okay, there's some benefits to this. Let me give it a shot. Some of it are from a fast perspective, they're on a cellular level. I can't tell you
Mm-hmm.
if it actually is happening or not, but there's some things that I noticed that were like really big benefits. Yeah, so that's how I am. I'm just a curious person. I always want to learn more, dive deep into things, and I like sharing that with other people. It's part of my kind of why I'm here is I want to help people out. I do it in real estate investing. Let's start doing it in health and fitness, specifically for dads, because that's what I resonate the most with. I love being a dad.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you have a podcast. So let the audience know where they can listen to you and what platforms you're on. And what's the
We
show
just
mainly
started.
about?
Yeah, so it's the Fit Fatherhood podcast. We're on YouTube, the Fit Fatherhood, just Fit Fatherhood. I think it's at Fit
Mm,
Fatherhood. It's on my partner and I's. We also stream it to both of our channels, but Fit
mhm,
Fatherhood is how you can find us on YouTube. We're very small. We've only got a couple videos out, but
mhm,
it's really kind of everything that we've talked about. We've gone from nutrition, specific exercises like, hey, here's a 10-minute morning high intensity interval training workout that you can do, to talking about goal setting and breaking those things down into action plans. Like I said, tonight we'll be talking about my experience with the 5-day fast, but we just talk about everything health and wellness. We've had people from our school community that have gotten good results come on and talk about their journey, how they the results that they've gotten and how that they've their experience.
I don't want to steal your thunder, but why did you do your
Yeah,
five? Because by the time this airs, yours would have already aired. So
yeah,
why did you do a
that
5 die?
for a few different reasons. I did one in Q1, quarter one of this year, 2025, and
Hmm.
I did it just as a kind of experimentally. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but autophagy
Yeah.
is the
Hmm.
cellular repair on a cellular
Yeah.
level. Your body is repairing itself. And I've done 24-hour fasts before, 36-hour fasts before for that specific purpose, is let my body not have to process food for a little bit and just go
Hmm.
to work on itself. And so that was the main reason. I have a
Hmm.
couple little health issues, like nothing crazy, nothing big,
Hmm.
but like a little bit of always postnasal drip, especially this time of year with allergies.
Yeah.
I have a small little
Mm.
skin irritation, and it's amazing. 48 hours into a 5-day fast, these things start to just disappear. And so again, I don't know what's really happening on a cellular level. I could
Hmm.
tell you anecdotally, I saw changes physically on myself. The energy after it was like 72 hours. You're no longer hungry. Oddly, it's just weird not
Hmm.
have eaten 72 hours and not be hungry, but you get this crazy burst of energy. You start to have a little bit of mental clarity. I did a lot of meditating. I was able to take some pauses. It ended for me Sunday. So I had Friday afternoon where I can relax. I don't have to really work too much anymore. And then
Hmm.
Saturday, I just take some mindfulness exercises and go inward, essentially. That's why I did it. I did it for the interest in letting my body repair itself and just experimenting. Like, what's 5 days like? The first couple
Hmm.
days are
Yes, it's usually the
rough.
hardest.
Yeah.
I did something similar, which it wasn't a full fast, but I did a 5 day juice fast. And
Okay.
and a lot of the benefits for me were it killed some of my cravings that I was addicted to, which were
Mm,
Cheetos. I used to eat a whole family bag of Cheetos per week, and then the next week it'd be Doritos. And turns out that I have a milk allergy. So when I eliminated those, I realized that my allergies got better as well. And those cravings, this I did this about I've been married for 15 years, so about 15 years ago, I haven't had a Dorito since. Just
wow.
it killed that craving that I used to have. And funny you mentioned, right? Because you do it for just the joy. You don't know what's happening at a cellular level. I joke around with my wife. I eat healthy. I joke around. It'd be nice if we had a little bar here that the healthier you eat, the lights go up and let you know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
a lot of times you don't know what's happening at the cellular level.
yeah. We try to gamify things like video
Mhm.
games. I don't know if either
Yeah.
of you are gamers, but it'd be so nice if you just went to the gym and immediately saw the results. But that's
Yeah.
the same thing with the nutrition. Hey, I didn't eat any junk food over the past week. I should look great. But no, that's not what it is.
Where's
You
my
have
six
to
pack?
expose it to yourself. Yeah, I should have a six pack all of a sudden. But it's the consistency, it's the habits you're building, getting rid of
Mhm.
those things that don't serve us, don't serve our purpose here.
You work specifically with busy dads. What are some of the most common obstacles they face when they're trying to prioritize their health, and how do you help them overcome those obstacles?
Yeah, the biggest thing we hear is just time. I don't
Mhm.
have enough time to eat healthy, and I don't have enough time to get my movement in for the day. And so, one of the first things that we do when somebody comes to us is we do what's called a time audit for the first 7 days, 10 days. Every 15 minutes, we write down what the heck we did for 15 minutes. And
Mhm.
all of a sudden, after 10 days, and I want to specify this, we just are taking notes. We're not judging what we did. Doesn't matter what you did. We're just writing things down. And after 7 to 10 days, you can look back and go, okay, there's time here.
Yeah.
There's places that I can make some adjustments. If I really want to make some adjustments and make some changes, there's places that I can add some things in. There are exceptions to that rule. There are dads that like you go back and go, I don't know how we're going to add anything in. You have a
Mhm.
crazy schedule. But for the most part, hey, I scrolled Instagram for 30 minutes today. Okay, maybe we don't want to get rid of that completely, but maybe we can just switch 15 minutes of that out and you can cut back your Instagram scrolling to 15 minutes and let's squeeze in an interval training work now. We do, my partner Zach is huge into meal planning and he does all his meals on Sunday. That's just what works for his schedule. And so he doesn't have to think about meals the rest of the week. He's got them all built out. And so when it's time for him to eat lunch, he opens a thing, he'll pop it in
Mhm.
the microwave if he wants it warmed up, and he just pops it in. It does 2 things for him. It, like, gets rid of the time associated with it during the week, but it also makes it so he can't eat just junk food. It's already
Mhm.
there, it's already done. It would be very easy for him otherwise to go, "McDonald's is right next door, I'll just go to
Mm.
McDonald's," or, "Hey, there's a bag of Cheetos, let's just eat the bag of Cheetos." But because it's already pre-built out for him, he just goes, "It's a no-brainer. I sit here, I eat, and I can scroll my Instagram while I'm eating the already made food."
Mhm.
You know, so that's the big those are the kind of the 2 biggest ones is like the from the nutrition and from the movement standpoint is just a time. I don't know where the heck I'm gonna fit it in. I do most of my stuff before the kids wake up. That's how I fit it
Mhm.
up at 4:30 in the morning, and I get a hit workout in. And so I've already knocked it out. That also, I go walk and I'll go run with the kids in the stroller, them
Mhm.
walk with me, just depending on what I'm doing. So it's like the Fit Fatherhood, the name of Fit Fatherhood, yes, it's fitness, but it's also like fitting all these things in together. So the more we can incorporate the children into these things, in my opinion, the better it is. Like ours, my wife Brittany loves putting them on their little stands in the kitchen. I'm pointing over here. Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
They put them on the little stands and they have little kids cutting knives and they
Mhm.
chop their food. Now they're bought into the food that they're eating as well. They
Mhm.
help prepare it. And so just fitting all these little things in together, it's fun to cook with your kids too.
I like what you're talking about with taking inventory of the time because prior to my current work line of work, I used to help people with retirement planning. And part of
Mm,
retirement planning is budgeting. And Dave Ramsey has a nice phrase that says, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. And it's the
yeah.
same thing with your time, right? When you track inventory of time, you know where you're spending. And half an hour, 45 minutes of doom scrolling on Instagram, man, that could have been a good workout
Yeah.
throughout the day. So that's awesome. You keep mentioning Fit Fatherhood. Is it just a podcast or is it actually clientele?
So
Explain.
it's twofold. We have a free Facebook group, just Fit Fatherhood. It's a community for busy dads, dot dot. And then we also have a school community, which is paid. It's you get a little bit more out of it. We have more accountability. We have a little bit more like tools and resources in the school
Mm,
community. We have a couple different coaching calls that we do throughout the week. And we also have just, which actually has been one of the most sought after pieces of it. Just we have a coffee hour once a week where we like no agenda. People just come in and we talk about whatever the heck comes up in conversation. And that's been
mhm,
a really big hit inside the school community. So it is twofold. There's a free
mm,
Facebook group and then there's a paid school community.
okay. And what is your background as far as certificates or anything like that? Or is it just a labor of love?
For me, it's a labor of love. For my partner, he is a certified nutrition coach and a certified CrossFit instructor. So he's a little
Hmm.
bit more like the certification side of
Yeah.
things, but we are like 99% aligned with what we
Hmm.
talk about. The one thing we are quote unquote misaligned in
Yeah.
is he loves his carbs. I do not like carbs. Just
Okay.
so I like some people would look at it and
Mhm,
go, "How the heck do you work around that?"
mm,
You know what? It works for some people and it doesn't work for other people. So try this out. If it works for
mm.
you, do it. If it doesn't work for you, try this way. That's how we roll.
No, that's awesome because I'm 100% plant based and Jody is eats meat, and we navigate our differences. I don't want to say differences, but we both understand each other's side is the thing, and different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
work.
Like for him, he's very heavy into CrossFit and
Hmm.
he's said it a number of times. If I don't get my carbs in, I don't perform very well. So he's tried
Hmm.
the no carbs and it just didn't work for him. Some people
Hmm.
would like myself, I do just do better without the carbs. My
Hmm.
body wants fat to burn as energy. And fortunately, like I love eating fat.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Jody.
I happen to be into CrossFit and I used to unintentionally eat too low carb and I was
Mm,
constantly taking naps like every single day and I just assumed that I'm over 40, this is just how it
Normal.
is. And then when I actually ate more carbs, I'm like, okay, I'm not as sleepy as I used to be. So
yeah.
I totally respect that like low carb works for you, but yeah, I'm with your partner on I need carbs.
Yeah. And like I said, like, he's the certified nutritionist, so, like, when it
Mhm,
comes to that kinda stuff, like, we default to that. I'm just the
mhm,
guy, "Hey, if that's not working for you, if you wanna try something different, come over here, we'll talk it through." It's still about you have to get your main macros in, and
mhm,
depending on what your goals are, like, do you need to be in a calorie deficiency or do we wanna be in calorie excess? Like, we have
mhm,
both sides in our school community, which is great
mhm,
because we get to help both ways. We have one person that's just like struggles to gain weight. And bro, you got to just eat more of these high protein things. And for him, we're like pushing carbs on him, like
mhm.
clean, simple carbs that he can take down. We don't want the Cheeto carbs, but
Yeah.
like the good carbs that his body can use as energy. That way, the protein is going to his muscles and rebuilding those muscles because he wants to just put on some like lean muscle. That's
Mhm.
fun. Yeah.
You mentioned what's your partner's name if you don't mind me asking?
Zach, his name's Zach Bush, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And Zach is you said is into CrossFit. What are you into? Like, what's your preferred go-to method of working out?
I like to mix it up. So every day, except for today, actually, which is my basketball day, every morning I do a 12 to 15-minute high intensity interval training. That could be jumping jacks, burpees, body weight squats, lunges, all the different things that you could do in a hit workout. But
Hmm.
I'll go for a run typically once a week. I do kettlebells once a week, jump rope
Hmm.
once a week. I do basketball. I'll do a sprint workout. So I just like to mix it up. I do not go to the gym ever, basically, just because
Hmm.
a couple different reasons. But I live 30 minutes from the closest gym and
Yeah.
driving,
Hmm.
being in the car for an hour and then spending time at the gym, like just not it doesn't fit into my fatherhood.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I have it good because I work out from home. I work from home. I work out at home. Now, in the meantime, I'm having to improvise because I used to live in Texas and my house in Texas hasn't sold. But I have a upwards of $30,000 gym at home. cages,
Oh,
cable
wow.
machines, Pelotons, and all that, leg
Yeah.
presses. I just can't wait till that house sells so I could bring it here. But I understand that's part of the reason I don't go to a public gym. And I keep telling Jody that I'm going to go to a public gym here, and I've yet to do it. It's just so much of a hassle. Get in the car, go, yada, yada. When I work from home, and now Jody's fault. I have a walking pad, so now I can walk and work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
nice.
I,
Here's some people need the gym. Like some people,
yes.
they can't get motivated to work out at home. They need to go to the public space and do it. Like,
Hmm.
good. If that's what it takes for you to do it, that's what we want you to do. Just for
Hmm.
me, we live out in the woods. At 30, driving the 30 minutes to go to the gym. I go play basketball once a week, and that's my like, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
drive. I'm gonna be in the car for an hour, pop in an audiobook, listen to an
Mhm.
audiobook, knock two things out. Yeah.
When I played basketball once a week like you, I realized early on when I started playing again, I was in a cut trying to lean out from 12% to 10%. And
Mm,
I didn't take into account how much calories you burn playing full court for 3 hours. And so I
yep.
found myself losing more weight than I wanted to because I wasn't replacing it with the calories. How do you mitigate that?
I don't really. I For my personal self, I don't
Mm.
have any really big fitness goals other than just continue to be able to go play basketball. I'm
Okay,
not
yeah.
concerned about my weight.
Okay.
I kind of hover around the 190 point. I'm 5'10". I don't really pay too much attention to that. I eat when I'm hungry and I stop when I'm full. I have dessert maybe once a week, something like that, just because I still like sweets. I eat really just whole foods the most of the
Mhm.
time. So typically, I don't really gain or lose too much weight unless I'm doing a 5-day fast. That was,
Yeah.
yeah, weird, but yeah.
Yeah, each metabolism is different, but on those days I played basketball, after a while I had to realize, no, I got to add a little extra calories because we're going hard, full court, NBA size full court. So we're going the whole length, playing about 3 hours. What position do you play?
I'm a natural shooting guard too, but
Okay.
I end up playing point guard, which I don't have the best handles,
Yeah.
but I can like keep myself from I can stop from turning the ball over, but I'm not
Yeah.
like a break down the defense kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm more of
Yeah.
a run around and shoot the ball.
Yeah, same here. I'm more of a point guard as well, but more like a Steph Curry type point guard. That I'm not the
Okay.
great facilitator. I'm looking to score, but I can
Yeah.
facilitate. But it's fun. It's fun, and I love playing defense though. I like a lot of younger kids in their 20s. They're like, "How old are you again?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
52." Well, and you're in such a great shape. And then I get a chance to explain to them youth is wasted on the young. Stay in
Mm,
shape when you're 20 and you don't have to do what I did. Because I got in shape at
yeah.
47 and it's a game changer. I wish I would have never let myself slip
Better
like
now
that.
than 57, better
Yeah.
47. I heard this quote the other day in a book that I was listening to, and it really rang true to me, is that when you have your health, you can have thousands and thousands of goals, but when you don't have your health, you only have the one goal.
Mm.
Let's
Hmm.
just make sure that we keep our health as one of those top priorities, one of those goals. That way we can continue to have those other goals. So you don't want to be like, you mentioned I'm a real estate investor and I help a lot of people out. And that's where this kind of has diverged from, is that I see these people building this multi-million dollar real estate investing business. And 10, 15 years later, they don't have their health. And it's like, what the heck was the point? Reap your reward now. So keep your health top of mind. Keep that focus every single day. That way, when you do build this business, this thriving business, you're there to be able to reap the benefits.
Yep. Go ahead,
Hmm.
Jody.
You mentioned that time seems to be a common obstacle. I know for women, the mom guilt is a big barrier with getting women to prioritize their health. Do you find
Mm.
similar challenges with men?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with mom guilt necessarily.
Mm.
For a lot of the dads, it's I gotta go to work. I gotta make sure that these certain dad chore things are done. And then they do want to come home and spend time with their kids and spend time with their spouse. So yeah, the time thing is big for Brittany. I can speak to Brittany as she fits things in when the kids are sleeping usually. Hey,
Mm.
it's nap literally just 2 hours ago now. She was like, "You know what? I didn't have this plan, but the kids are napping. I'm gonna go for a run right now." I'm like, "All right, do it. See you in a little bit." And she went out and got it in. And it's the same thing. Just fit it in where you can. So yeah, I'm sorry that I don't know what mom guilt is.
A lot of women feel guilty and selfish if they take time to do
Mm,
something, go for a run, or get a workout in because they feel
yeah.
like it's wrong to prioritize your own health.
There's something that I've heard that, and it rings very true, is an empty cup can't fill anybody else's cup. Is constantly filling up other people's cups, right? The toddler needs my help, the teenager needs help with their homework or whatever, driven to sports practice and things like that. But if, it's from the mom standpoint, like if you're not taking time for yourself, you're going to be depleted. And then when they come to you, you might uh, flip a fuse or blow a gasket or
Mhm.
whatever. And if you had just taken a little bit of time out of your day, sometimes all it is a few minutes to just sit there and like maybe scrolling is your thing, but just put stuff away and just sit there and be by yourself and let your energy replenish. I I'm not the best with it. Brittany, if you're going to listen to this in the future, I need you to come tell me, hey, can you take over for a few minutes so I can just go in the other room? And if it takes when come do happening before the kids wake up or after they go to sleep or while they're in their little nap or something, just take a few minutes to fill your cup up. That way, when they do ask for their cup to be filled, you're ready and able to do.
No, that's good advice. Going back to the men, what do you find the biggest obstacle after time? Is it the nutrition side or the actual fitting in the work side, the working out side?
We always start with nutrition because I that's the biggest component for us. If you just dial in the nutrition side of things, you are 90% of the way there. You can't out train a poor diet. What's
Mhm.
the saying? Like abs are abs are built in the gym but revealed in the kitchen. I might
Mm,
be pushing that a
Mhm.
little bit. If you just dialed in the nutrition side and you didn't do anything else, you're really good off. These people that come into our network, into our fold in Fit Fatherhood, a lot of them are entrepreneurs or high achieving career people. And you, like you mentioned, Jody, I think it was Jody, with the not having the carbs and losing their energy during the
mm,
day, that afternoon lull, that afternoon kind of depletion happens because we haven't given ourselves, our bodies, the nutrients that give us that energy. And so just changing a couple little things in the diet, holy moly, I don't need to nap anymore. I don't need a
yes.
5 hour energy
Mhm.
drink. So yeah, that's the first place we always start, is with the nutrition, and just it evens everything out.
Yeah, I agree. Nutrition's so important. I tell my churches that the average American eats about 3,800 calories a day, the average sedentary American. And so then I ask them, look, then I give them some stats. I walk over 10,000 steps. I work out 6 days a week. How many calories do you think I eat? And they all like, oh, 4,800, 5,000. I'm like, no, 2,600 with all of
Yeah.
that. Because the diet is where people get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, like we talked about the time audit. We also do a food audit. And same
Mm-hmm.
thing, like no judging, but anytime something goes into your mouth, whether it be food or drink, you take a note of it. You can Zach's a big fan of just taking a picture, like, hey, I drank some water, I ate it. Here's the meal I ate. But I'm a physical person. I like to write things down in a
Mm-hmm.
book. And so like at the end of the week, you look back and people are their eyes open up and go, I didn't realize that I was drinking 4 Cokes a day.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, if we could just bring that down to one even a day and replace that with water, think of how different you're going to feel throughout the day. You're not going to have these ebbs and flows
Mhm.
of energy going up and down. You're not going to have these crashes afterwards. Your teeth are going to get whiter. No, sidetracked.
I mean, I prefer to eat my calories. If you
Yeah.
could eliminate 4 Cokes right there, I don't know how much a Coke is
Mhm.
calorie wise, but at least you got how many?
I think it's 220 for a can. Don't quote me
Yeah.
on it.
Okay, but look at that. That's like a whole meal, right? Four?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I'd rather eat my food.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'd rather eat it. Yeah.
You mentioned in your bio time blocking for success. Is that
Mhm.
separate from doing a time audit, or could you elaborate what time blocking is?
Yeah, so The time blocking starts after setting a goal. So let's just say, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds over the next 3 months. We're going
Mhm.
to start going, what does it take for us in order for us to lose 10 pounds? And again, we're going to start with the nutrition side of things. And we're big on time blocking as entrepreneurs. It's how I get stuff done. If I don't have it in my calendar, it essentially is just going to go out to the ether. So we're going to take these goals and we're going to break them down into action steps. And now we look at the calendar from that time audit we've done, and we're going to say, hey, I need to do 30 minutes a day for meal prepping, whatever it is. Or maybe it's 4 hours on Sunday. I'm going to take that thing and I'm going to put it into my calendar. I'm literally going to block out the time for it every day. And maybe
Mhm.
we come up with, I'm going to go walk 30 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day starting
Mhm.
out. Again, I'm going to take that and I'm going to time block it into the calendar. The time blocking only does so much. You actually have to adhere to the calendar now.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. Is, oh yeah, I can just move that. I'll do it tomorrow or something like that. But when you really have this goal that you're going for and you've put some emotion behind it, why I want to lose the 10 pounds in the 3 months? Maybe it's, hey, I'm getting ready for a wedding or I'm coming up on summer season, whatever
Mhm.
it may be. Now I'm going to stick to the plan. And a lot of the benefit or some of the benefit with especially with the school community, but even in the free Facebook group is the
Mhm.
accountability you get. That's why we have this community of people is that, hey, I'm trying to get to this 10 pounds in 3 months. These are the action plans I set aside for myself. I'm going to help hold you accountable to that. Hey, did
Mhm.
you did you prep your meals today? Did you go out and get your 15 minutes of walk in? If not, hey, it's there's still light outside. Go outside and get your walk in. You sometimes they just takes that accountability. Like people that need to go to the gym, in a way, all the other people in the gym are holding them accountable to doing the workout because you don't want to just go there and walk around and not do anything. People, everybody's
Mhm.
looking at. I don't- Accountability is a big portion of it too. I hope that answered what time blocking is. I have a
Yeah.
tendency to forget.
Yeah.
No, no, it
Yeah, I
is.
kind
And
of the same.
yep, same
And
here.
I do it because I feel like I have this list of goals, and if I don't set up the time, then I'm just going to waste time every day going, what should I work on now? Which
Mhm.
category of my goals should I work on? And it's less
Yep.
overwhelming.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if you're familiar with Stephen Covey, and I like to do it his way, which is every Sunday I plan the whole week. And obviously, you can't foresee everything, but a lot of major things fit in. And so you know what the gaps in. I homeschool my children in the morning, so I know after I'm done with their homeschooling, I can go for a 45-minute walk. So I put that in. Then I
Yeah.
come back, eat lunch. Then after that, if I have an episode like today, I start prepping for the episode and do other things. So time blocking for, and you say you deal with a lot of entrepreneurs and high intensity people. I want to reach out to them and just tell them, look, the more you exercise and the more you keep your nutrition on point, the more clarity you're going to have to go get it, whether it's real estate or whether it's training or whatever endeavor. It spills over when you're healthy. And so I'm glad that you're reaching out to fathers. Before we continue with this interview, let them know what's the best way to reach you. If they wanted to reach out to you and talk to you, is it your Instagram handle that we have there?
Yeah, that is my Instagram handle. If you search that on Facebook, you'll find me. Those are really probably the best two ways. You
Mm-hmm.
can also just type, yeah, without the period, nathanielhovsepian.com. And I have a website there, fitfatherhood.com. We have a website there. It's not the best website, but it should have the resources that you need getting started. You can just come straight to the Facebook group, but that's the Facebook group, the school community. Those are just for dads, but we like helping anybody out. If you're needing
Mm-hmm.
help in any of the health and wellness areas, if anything that I've said aligns with you, reach out to me. I do free coaching calls every single week with people, whether they're a busy dad or not.
That's awesome. Giving back to the community.
Yeah.
Could you
I've
share
had so
a
many
couple of six?
I've had so many people that have given to me if the kind of pay it forward attitude
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. I got to keep doing it. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to help people. I want
Mm,
to see everybody win.
I'm
love
going to join your community because I'm a fit father.
Good.
So I'll look
Yeah.
it up.
it.
Yeah.
Could you share a couple of success stories from somebody that joined your group?
Yeah. We've talked about them in a sense already
Mm-hmm.
that people come into the community and see this oh my god, have this like kind of aha moment. Oh my gosh, I've been drinking 4 sodas a day, Cokes a day. Or like just making these tweaks in the things that they're eating. We have a lot of people, not necessarily specifically Cheetos. We hear the
Mm-hmm.
Cheez-Its, and I just grab whatever's in the cabinet. And like by cutting those things out, now I have the energy throughout the day. And yeah, we see the numbers on the scale going down, but it's really the auxiliary things that they notice that they start to talk about us is the energy. Hey, I don't need to take a nap. Hey, I don't feel like I need the energy drink anymore early afternoon to get me through the rest of the day. The scale is great. Most of the people that come into the community, they are trying to lose weight. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that we say is you're going to see the number go down. At some point it's going to stop going down. You've got to continue building the habit. We're going to make some tweaks from there. Hey, you were at 2,600 calories. Let's take it down to 2,400 calories and
Mm-hmm.
see how that goes. Or maybe we're just going to add a little bit of extra movement, get and go from 15 to 30 minutes of movement a day, things like that. But it is it's the it's like the transformation of self. One of our most recent clients is we go out to restaurants and I don't eat like that anymore. That's not my identity anymore. I make different choices when I go out. I don't drink the sodas when I go out anymore. I get the water. And it's just becoming the person that you need to become in order to get to the goals that you want to get to. Like the person that's going to lose 10 pounds in 3 months, they're not drinking 4 sodas a day. They're
No.
drinking water,
Yeah.
you know?
And water's so good for you, man. I don't know why people excuse it. But look, I understand there's flavor and stuff, but drop a lemon in there and it'll
Yep.
give you some flavor with no calories per se.
I'm a big
What's
tea
a,
person myself. I like a lot of tea.
okay,
I
yeah.
drink a lot of
What's the future of Fit Father? Like if you can view 5 years down the road, what would you like to accomplish?
Man, I can't put a number on it right now
Mm,
as far as people in the community, but probably a few thousand members in the community, if not more. We have regional groups that are led by people that have been in the community for a while. Like we're calling the people in the school community right now our founding fathers
mm,
because we see them growing with us and becoming leaders and inspiring and helping more people along the way. But we're going to do in-person events where we're running like doing 5Ks, mud runs, things like that together, where it
mm,
is really a community. It is about taking control of your health and wellness, but it's about being the best fathers we can. One thing that I'm super passionate about is like the next generation coming up is, hey, we got to make sure that our young men that are growing up have been led to be the men we want them to be. And
mm,
the young women have seen what a man is supposed to do. So they can go out and they can propagate our society the way it's supposed to be. So I'm really blessed that I had a daughter finally. I
mm.
only wanted two, but we ended up thankfully with her name is Hope because we were really
Okay.
hoping
Oh,
for the younger.
Yeah, nice.
I'm blessed with an amazing wife who's a very strong woman herself. So she's going to
Mhm.
have a great role model in that regard. But yeah, just a thriving community where everybody is supportive and helps each other grow because that's what it's all about. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of a real estate community that is that, and we're modeling fit fatherhood around that.
Yeah, community's so important. Jody and I belong to a community for a fitness app called Fitbod, and that's how we met. And then the community for a period there got so tight that we all planned a retreat, a fan retreat, and that's where Jody and I met physically. And then
Mhm.
that's long story short, that's how this podcast hatched, right? Knowing that her story is similar to mine in the losing weight, so I always viewed her as a female version of my story. And community is so important. So I'm glad you're doing that for fathers because many times fathers feel alone. You see some of those YouTube commercials of if you had to call somebody in an emergency, who would you call? And a lot of men are saying nobody, right?
Yeah.
Because they feel like they're alone. And so tackling the fitness area will do so much for the mental game, right? The mental depression that sometimes fathers or loneliness that fathers find themselves. So I really appreciate that. Jody, final question as we wrap up this interview.
sure. Let's say there's a dad listening right now who's been putting off his health for years. He's overwhelmed. Maybe he feels selfish or wanting to focus on himself. What would you
Mm.
say to help him see that taking care of his health is not just okay, it's absolutely necessary?
Yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily one thing I would say as like a blanket statement. I would
Mm,
probably want to ask some kind of questions of this person, what's keeping you from doing it so far? But I do go to that quote that I said earlier as far as an empty cup can't fill
mhm.
anybody else's cup. The dad is responsible for filling up cups. And just like the mom is, typically they're different cups. If your cup is drained and it's just dry, there's nothing to empty out. And as dads, we've got to take control of ourselves. If we're not taking control of our health and wellness now, we're not going to be around long enough to do. If not now, when? Not us, who? Like
Yeah.
we we have this family, we have this legacy that we want to leave behind. Let's make sure that we're here as long as we can to build it up and so we have something to leave behind.
Yeah. Amen. Good word. Good word. Because I don't want to die before my wife. I don't want her marrying somebody else and raising my kids.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah. It's
Nathaniel, go ahead.
there's something that I heard recently is like we have to take some time to be selfish. That way we can be selfless. And so even if it's just a little bit of each day that we carve out to be selfish for ourselves, it gives us the rest of the day that we can be selfless.
Yep. Good word.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for joining us. Let the audience know one last time where they can find you.
Yeah, at Nathaniel.Hovsepian on Instagram. I think my Facebook is actually Nate Hovsepian, but if you just
Mm.
search Nathaniel Hovsepian on Facebook, those are really the two biggest places to find me. If you go to fitfatherhood.com, you'll find everything you need there in order to join our Facebook group or our school community. And there are also some cool little resources, meal planners, goal trackers on there as well.
Okay. Thank you very much. And until next time on the Mindful Muscle podcast, be blessed.